Now for our first exercise, we are going to sew along straight lines. This exercise might seem a little boring at first, but believe me, if you can sew along a straight line, you can do anything in sewing. So, we are going to make sure that the needle is in the topmost position. Yes, there it is, it's in the top. Foot's up so I can fit the paper under it. And we're putting it down so that black line is going right down the middle. Also, looking over here, I am making sure that I am choosing a straight stitch, not a zigzag, not anything fancy, just a nice straight stitch. Up here, this is my thread length control knob. I'm going to set it to 2 to begin with. Now, when I'm sewing garments, I tend to be up in 3, maybe 3.5, but the smaller the stitches, the more control you have. And right now, we're going to focus on control. So for the first couple lines, use a nice small stitch. One's going to be a little too small, possibly 2 will give you a good amount of control while letting you actually get somewhere and feel like you're getting somewhere. Also, if you notice, no thread. Right now, we're just letting the needle do all of the work. So, I put the paper under the foot, lowered the foot, so we are ready to go. Now, look at my fingers and look at where I have my hands. I'm going to put my hands here and here. My left hand is just parallel to the foot. That one's going to be giving this a good amount of control, holding the fabric. Right hand's doing the fine tuning. However, as I am fine tuning, I will never let my finger get too close to the needle. I really like my fingers. I have my ears pierced. I do not want my fingers pierced. I especially do not want my fingers pierced by this little needle. It doesn't look too scary. Believe me, it can happen, and it has. So, I'm going to keep my right hand down here to control the paper, and I will actually be letting the feed dogs down here do most of the work. They're really good at sewing in straight lines, so I'm going to let them. Okay, needle up, foot down, right hand here, left hand here, and I am going to slowly step on the foot pedal and get started. Now I lift up the foot pedal, make sure the needle is in the topmost position, and pull it out and look at my work. And I sewed pretty much right down that line. Now we're going to move on to the second one. If you feel confident, this would be a great time to go over to stitch length control and maybe make it a little bit longer. See how you can do with a little bit bigger stitches. Anyway, you're going to sew along those 2 lines. After you sew the third one, you don't want to keep sewing and have the paper all over there and the hands getting closer and closer. No, no, no. Just turn the paper around. Start over there. Okay. Have fun and sew those lines.